Okay. So, hello everyone. Welcome back to our International Relation MCQ series for upcoming APSC CCE exam. So let's continue. আমি যোৱাকালি India আৰু Middle East relation কৰি আছিলোঁ, গতিকে সেইটো continue কৰোঁ. The strategic significance of Chabahar port for India lies in direct access to Europe, bypassing Pakistan to reach Afghanistan and Central Asia, becoming a major oil export hub, serving as a naval base for Indian Navy. So, Chabahar port to কিয় কাৰণে বনাইছে? কি significance হয় ইয়াৰ? Most important significance to হৈ গ'ল bypassing Pakistan to reach Afghanistan and Central Asia. Which of the following is correct? Which of the following is correct order of India's major crude oil suppliers in recent years? Saudi Arabia, Iraq, UAE, Russia. Russia, Iraq, Saudi, UAE. UAE, Saudi, Iraq, Iran. Iran, Saudi, Russia, Iraq. So that is Russia, Iraq, Saudi, UAE. So I mean, maximum I mean Russia for purchase. India's participation in INSTC is aimed at reducing dependence on Suez Canal route, providing faster connectivity to Russia, Europe, countering Belt and Road Initiative. Which one? India's participation in INSTC is aimed at reducing dependence on Suez Canal route. Yes. Providing faster connectivity to Russia, Europe. Yes, absolutely. Countering China's BRI. Yes, correct. I2U2 grouping does not include Israel, UAE, Saudi, USA. So Saudi include nine, India include us. So India, Israel, I2, UAE, USA, U. Consider the following statement about Red Sea crisis. Red Sea crisis. It has disrupted India's trade route to Europe. It has increased freight and insurance costs for Indian exporters. It has made Chabahar port and INSTC more strategically relevant. A 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 1 and 3, 1, 2 and 3. Which one? So Red Sea crisis, it has disrupted India's trade route to Europe, yes. It has increased freight and insurance cost, yes. Because crisis hole cost increase hoto swabhawik. Bostur dam bariboy. It has made Chabahar port and INSTC more strategically relevant, yes. India's strategic balancing in the Middle East is necessitated due to its dependency on the region for energy, and diaspora remittances, its military alliance with Israel, its membership in OPEC, its rivalry with Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia. Which one? So strategic balancing. India jana jai balancing or karne. So amak Middle East kyo lage? Kyo ami man balance koribo lage? Because dependency on energy, oil, gas, ebilak lage aur diaspora amar bahut ase. So ei baki bilak nai, military alliance or kono kotha nai, OPEC nai aru kono amar rivalry o nai Saudi logo. Which of the following is not a major area of cooperation between India and Israel? Kuntu major area no hoy cooperation or India or Israel or major? Not a major. So defense and security Israel major hoy. Agriculture, water management major hoy. Oil and gas exploration is not major. Cyber security technology major hoy. Defense and security purpose Israel amar both collaboration ase. Agriculture, water management or again amar Israel major eta collaboration ase. Thik ase? With respect to agriculture, water management, because Israel enuka ekhon jaga jot pani kom ase, fresh water kom ase, hagoriyo pani bahut ase, but fresh water kom ase, Dead Sea pra adi kori sob nimokhe hoy, thik ase? Gotike sob jete nimok hoy, to definitely tahati ki koribo lagibo, kom pani bhal kheti koribo lagibo. Aru India khetroto eki ami maximum water use koribo lolu karone amar ki hol, ground water deplete howa start hoy gol. Gotike amako lage he technology to water management kenege koribo pari. ঠিক আছে গতিকে এটোত আমি কোলাবোরেশন কৰো সাইবার সিকিউরিটি টেকনোলজিত কৰো অয়েল এন্ড গ্যাস এক্সপ্লোরেশন আমাৰ মেজৰ কোলাবোরেশন একো নাই ওকে The 16 Finance Commission is recommending 16 Finance Commission recommendations are related to devolution of tax devolution to states, Middle East policy, defense procurement, electoral reforms. The 16th Finance Commission this is about tax devolution of states. So Article 280 under Finance Commission ase aru Finance Commission or kaam ki hoy distribution of taxes between center and states. India has maintained relation with Iran primarily for defense supplies, strategic access to Central Asia via Chabahar, INSTC, Joint Space Mission, countering Pakistan. Easy question. So Iran লগত আমাৰ primary relation লাগে because Iran এনেকুৱা এটা locationত আছে. This is Pakistan, Iran, India. So Iranৰ চাবাৰ port বনাইছো আৰু ইয়াৰ পৰা আমাক Central Asia access to আমি পাই যাওঁ. So strategic access to Central Asia via Chabahar and INSTC. Consider the following. India voted in favor of ceasefire resolution in Gaza in UNGA. India continues to engage with Israel in defense and technology sector. India has never provided humanitarian aid to Palestine. Which one? India voted in favor of ceasefire resolution in Gaza in UNSC. Yes. India continues to engage with Israel in defense and technology. Yes. India has never provided humanitarian aid to Palestine. No. India humanitarian aid diye thake Palestine. Aji olop din agoteo even India humanitarian aid dise. Right? So 1 and 2 is correct. The main challenge for India in Middle East is balancing relation between Saudi, Iran and Israel, reducing trade with region, increasing military bases, joining anti-Iran alliances. India damar tension to give. What is the main challenge for India? Reducing trade with region. ऐसा तो सवाल ही नहीं होता. Increasing military bases कोई मतलब नहीं है. Joining anti-India alliance कोई मतलब नहीं है. So main बस्तु तो होगा balance करा between Saudi, Iran and Israel. IMEC corridor aims to connect India directly with Europe. Aims to connect India directly with Europe, bypassing Middle East, India, Middle East, Europe through rail and sea routes. Only Gulf countries, then South Asia with Africa. Which one? So IMEC corridor aims to connect India directly with Europe, bypassing Middle East. India, Middle East, Europe through rail, sea routes. B. IMEC corridor to India pura jabo, UAE pura Saudi Arabia pura Jordan, Israel, Italy, Europe. Okay. So yate ki ase? Rail connectivity ase, sea routes ase, sob paam. So this is IMEC. Which country is not a key energy supplier to India from Middle East? Saudi, UAE, Iraq, Afghanistan. Kun key connectivity, key country no hai. Not a key energy supplier to India from Middle East. Energy supplier kun no hai. Iraq to hai. Iraq to bahut bosor leke rank 1 asile. Okay. So Iraq is yes, UAE yes, Saudi yes, Afghanistan is no. India's diaspora in Gulf region is significant because it contributes substantially through remittances, it controls oil field, it influences local politics, it runs military operations. Which one? Kundo. India's diaspora in the Gulf region is significant because it contributes substantially through remittances. It controls oil fields, no. It influences local politics, no. It's military operations, no. The diaspora main ingredient is substantially remittances. Because India also to the remittances means that काम करी पेले जो तो India पठिया दिए केतो बहुत important हो जाए India का ने और remittance और हमार rank always one ही रहेगी आज बहुत बसों पर rank one है The recent India-Israel tension have direct implications on India's defense export, energy and shipping routes, textile industry, IT sector. Iran-Israel tension of India attack energy security or shipping routes. Because Strait of Hormuz bond which of the following is a correct statement? India has imposed sanctions on Iran. India continues to engage with Iran on Chabahar despite US pressure. India has no economic interest in Iran. India supports regime change in Iran. India has imposed sanctions on Iran. India individual sanction no kore. India believe kore UN sanctions. India continues to engage with Iran on Chabahar despite US pressure. India has no economic interests. Absolutely not. India supports regime change. No. So India continues to engage Iran on Chabahar despite US pressure. The term de-risking in India's Middle East policy refers to reducing dependence on any single country for energy, increasing military presence, cutting diplomacy cities, joining NATO. De-risking. So reducing dependence on any single country for energy. So basically, do not put all egg in one basket. Simple. Eta koni jodi tumi eta basket jodi sob koni bhorai diye tetiale basket to jodi pori jay gute keta koni bhangi jabo. Ekane beleg ke jodi thua tetiale eta jodi bhangi gol problem nai beleg eta gate khula ase. Correct? So main kotha to bebo lidu. So increasing military presence nohoy, diplomatic NATO. NATO kothai nahi. Consider the following. UAE is India's third largest trading partner. Saudi Arab is a key partner in India's Vision 47. India is a member of OPEC. Kudu. So UAE is India's third largest trading partner. Saudi Arabia is key partner in India's vision. Or India is a member of OPEC. India is not a member of OPEC. 1 and 2 is correct. The strategic value of INSTC has increased due to instability in Red Sea, decline in oil price, India's membership in NATO, China's withdrawal from BRI. Here can INSTC value increase. Yes, India is not a member of OPEC, correct, Seni. So instability in Red Sea and Suez route, INSTC. The decline in oil price, no. Oil price to bahi goye ase. India's membership in NATO, India is not a member of in NATO. China's withdrawal from BRI. China kyo withdraw koribo BRI pora. China nijor project, it's a pet project of Xi Jinping. India's relations with Israel are most prominent in which sector? Agriculture, water technology, crude oil supply, textile trade, tourism. Kuntu Israel logot most our very important sector, most prominent sector basically. Yes, agriculture and water technology, because India needs this. Okay, and Israel is master koi rakhi chhe kita. Crude oil supply, Israel par crude oil and textile trade, tourism no. Which of the following is not a challenge in India-Middle East relation? Kunto challenge no hoy India-Middle East relation. Not a challenge in India-Middle East relation. US sanctions on Iran. It is not a challenge. Yes. Red Sea shipping disruption. India's neutral stand on Israel-Palestine. Lack of Indian diaspora in the region. Which of the following is not a challenge? Kunto challenge nohoy hodise. US sanction on Iran is a challenge. Yes. Red Sea shipping disruption, it was a challenge. Yes. India's neutral stance on Israel and Palestine. It is a challenge. Lack of Indian diaspora in the region. It is a challenge. No, lack of Indian diaspora in the region. is it not a challenge? India দেখুন impact হবো। হ্যাঁ হয়, yes correct Sani, top 3 investor হয়। So yes, lack of Indian diaspora in the region is not a challenge in India-Middle East relation. The primary goal of India's engagement with Middle East is energy security, economic cooperation and strategic stability, religious expansion, military dominance, cultural isolation. Baki duta kun hoy Sani? UAE is one of the top 3 investors, or Baki duta? The primary goal of India's engagement is energy security, economic and strategy. Baki religious expansion se koi matlab nahi, military, cultural isolation ka koi matlab nahi. Which grouping does not include India? I2U2, Quad, OPEC, IMF. Kuntut India nahi. Kuntut group of India nahi. OPEC. Okay, so Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries. Baki sobode ase I2U2, India, Israel, USA or UAE, Quad, India, Australia, USA, Japan. Or IMEC to both countries. Okay, India, Middle East Economic, Europe Economic Corridor. India's multi-alignment policy in Middle East is best described as Singapore, Mauritius. लेकिन तो निजोरे हैं. Singapore and Mauritius तो अपना ही है ना? Singapore and Mauritius. मैंने Indian से invest करे फंड. So India's multi-alignment policy in Middle East is best described as maintaining strategic autonomy while engaging with multiple stakeholders, complete alignment with USA, isolation from regional conflict, joining every regional alliance. A. Okay, complete alignment with US, no. Isolation from regional, no. Joining every regional alliance, no. The correct answer is multi-alignment mane hoy gol eto. Acha, 4 Netherlands. Mane Singapore, Mauritius, UAE, Netherlands, right? Singapore, Mauritius, United Arab Emirates, aru Netherlands. So Netherlands or pura kiba olop ami sage arambo koru. Baki ebilak to Indians e kore. Eruta to completely Indians hoy. Singapore and Mauritius people ki kore black money to white kore. Round tripping and this type of things. Teloke kore. Ekane Mauritius otherwise Mauritius is a country hai. India is a country ekhonot second largest investor hobo pare ni. Is it possible?